Hi, it's Steph, and today we are going to be swapping out my wee white hydrangeas for this beautiful one here. And I will let you know why we're changing them and what this pretty hydrangea is called. For the last 3 years, I've had these wee white hydrangeas planted here in my patio bed. And initially, I really loved them because they are a petite shrub that have the same characteristics as the beautiful traditional Annabelle hydrangea. The Annabelle is a smooth type hydrangea with those large blooms that look like a bouquet in itself. They're absolutely gorgeous. But because they are fairly large, you need a good amount of space to grow them. Proven Winners came up with this wee white hydrangea, which is a more compact version or petite version of the Annabelle smooth type hydrangea. Now these are pretty dwarf. The wee white comes in at only 12 to 30 inches tall and wide. So they will fit in a variety of landscapes. And so I thought that they would be a really great addition as a border or to create a drift in the front of this bed. And they are really beautiful. The problem that I have with this hydrangea is that it will bloom beautifully for about a week, and then it gets really crispy and starts to brown. Now, I have some ideas about why that is. This hydrangea is rated for part sun to sun. This bed here is full sun. I think it gets too much sun. Typically, when you have a bed or a plant rather that is rated for part sun or sun, if you provide it with adequate water, it can typically acclimate and do fine over time. Well, I know that watering is not an issue in this bed because actually this bed stays pretty moist. So for me, the issue with these hydrangeas is that they don't like the amount of sun that they're receiving. And so for that reason, it is time to swap them out for something that can handle a bit more sun. So I will be taking these out and replacing them with a paniculata type hydrangea. Now, the paniculata type hydrangeas are in the same category as hydrangeas such as the limelight and the little lime. And I actually have a drift over by my shed, a grouping of 3 little lime hydrangeas that are in full sun, and they handle it beautifully. So I started doing a little bit of research and was looking for another petite or dwarf size hydrangea that was a paniculata type that can handle more sun to try out in this patio bed here. And I came across the Firelight Tidbit Hydrangea. Now this one will get a little bit larger than the wee white. So the wee white will get anywhere from 12 to 30 inches tall and wide. The Firelight Tidbit will stay somewhere in the 24 to 36 inch range tall and wide. So while it will get a little bit larger, I am excited to try these out and to see how they handle the sun and how they perform in this bed. So let's go ahead and get these planted. I just finished planting the Firelight Tidbit Hydrangeas and we're starting to get a little bit of rain. The sun's out and we're getting rain. Our weather has been really unsettled, but I've been loving the rain that we're getting. The plants are really happy and we need it because we had a really hot, dry summer last year. But I think that these Firelight Tidbits are going to look absolutely beautiful in this bed. They have really large panicles of blooms that over time, once these mature, will all fill out, and I think it'll make a gorgeous drift across the front of this bed. Now in this area here, I have a grouping of daylilies, and I am in the process of removing most of the daylilies in my garden, mostly because after they bloom, the foliage starts to dry and yellow and look really unsightly. So I am going to try to get the ones in the front yard done this year, and I will work on this patch next year. And that will allow more space for the Firelight Tidbit Hydrangeas to fill out and take over a good portion of the center of this bed here. But the daylilies are just starting to bloom, and when they bloom, they're absolutely beautiful, and then I have second thoughts. But I just have to keep in mind what the foliage looks like, and you know, I'll be able to remove them and pass them along to someone else who can enjoy them. Look how beautiful this one is. This variety is called Something Kite, and it is really large and pretty. And then I have one down here that is a creamy color with a purple center that is called Pandora's Box. The Firelight Tidbit Hydrangea is a little bit difficult for me to find near me in my local nurseries and garden centers. So I actually went onto homedepot.com, I did a search, and they happened to have them available. And they were on sale, so that was even better. So I went ahead and I ordered 5 of the 1 gallon size, and it was free shipping. I have ordered plants from homedepot.com before, and in all of the times that I've ordered them, the shipping has always been free. So I'm not sure if it's just free to get plants shipped or if I had hit the limit. But in any case, I was really excited about that as well. So the important thing to note when you order plants online is that you want to be aware of when they're going to arrive. I happened to get my plants on a really hot day, and luckily I wasn't home, but my husband was. So he knew I was expecting these, and when they showed up, he was able to unpackage them for me and put them in a shady spot and give them some water. So that is what you want to do when you get plants in the mail. Know when they're coming, unpackage them right away, and give them some water so that they can cool off and start acclimating to their new conditions. In those boxes during shipment, it gets really hot and the plants get really sad. But luckily, when these arrived, they looked really good. I was really happy with the quality of them. They were packaged correctly and really nicely. All of the panicles looked good. There was not much breaking or cracking. So I was really excited to see that they had come in such good shape. So I went ahead and I've already planted them here. And of course, they don't look as full as the wee white hydrangeas. And so it will take, maybe by next season, they'll already look a little fuller. And then by year 2, they will look better. And usually by year 3, they look excellent. So I'm really excited to see how these perform in my garden. Oh, good Lord, Steph. I'm really excited to see how these are going to perform in my garden as compared to the wee white hydrangeas. Because the Firelight Tidbit is a paniculata type hydrangea, it can usually take more sun. So because this is a full sun bed, I'm going to keep an eye on things, and I anticipate that they're going to do pretty well. So we shall see as time goes on. When I planted these, all I had to do was add a little bit of compost. Because I've amended these beds so much over the years, the soil is actually really good in this bed. So I added a little bit of Costa Maine compost just to pack them in and top them off. And I also added a little bit of Biotone startup fertilizer to really get them going. And the last step was just to add a fresh coat of mulch. And it's amazing how some mulch really sets off your plants and just make things look even more beautiful. So I hope that you've enjoyed seeing this swap from the wee white hydrangeas to the Firelight Tidbit. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button, and please consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my future videos. And we'll see you soon.